Minivan Dad, what's up? 2023 Toyota Sienna XSE hybrid all-wheel drive here. As you guys can see, I put 4,000 miles on this car since I bought it about 2 months ago, and just want to tell you some of the things I dislike about this car. The first one is actually the suspension. The XSE is actually stiffer than I like, and one of the things that a lot of people say is that they can't really tell the difference or they don't mind it, but I personally can feel it. My sister has a 2023 Woodlands edition and it is significantly smoother. This car doesn't have the sound insulating windows or the thicker glass so that it makes things quieter. So whenever I'm driving down the road and the suspension is stiffer, I think that it translates into the car much more significantly. So any bumps, any kind of road imperfections gets transferred into the car, and I can feel it, I can hear it, and it wears on me, especially because I drove this car quite a long way in order to get this car home. So yeah, that's what I really think about it. I actually prefer the look of this car, but I definitely do not prefer the suspension setup. The second thing about this car that I don't like is the second row seats. So let's go take a look at that. So everybody knows that the second row seats, they're awesome. They slide back and forth quite a long ways and gives you a ton of leg room whichever direction you want to go. It can slam up against the third row. It can slam up against the front row. And then from the back, you can actually adjust it as well. So you can actually use this little pull string here to kind of move it forward. And the only way that would work is if you're in the back row, to move that thing forward is if you don't have like a child's car seat there. But if you have one there, there's actually no way that you can move this seat forward in order to get out if you were in the third row. The other thing about the second row seats is that they're not removable, but there is a hack that you can do it, so that is not a big issue to me. As long as I can take it out, that's all that really matters. But it kind of sucks that Toyota didn't implement a way to remove the second row seats easily. Trunk space is very good, very adequate for what we use it for. I have the optional spare tire here in the back, as you can see. I can fit things back there too, so it doesn't really take away from all the space. The front row, the one thing I don't like about the third row is that whenever I do have it down as such, and I'm driving it around, and let's say the back is empty, the seats can actually just kind of pop up when you go over a bump and just kind of stay not flat, like that. It'll just kind of pop up depending on your load or what you put on top of it. And here in the XSE, you can definitely expect the third row seat to pop up even more because the suspension is also stiffer too. The other thing I don't like about this car is the rear entertainment system. I'm not a fan of it whatsoever. I think it comes down from the roof line too much, and as you can see, you have the sunroof already taking up space with the air conditioning controls there, and then you have an extra, I don't know, inch and a half of space that is taken up because of entertainment system, and then it gets worse as you put the screen down. And when you put the screen down, the rear view mirror gets blocked, and they don't give me an option for a digital rear view mirror. It takes away from the space, and personally, I've already tried climbing from the front to the back. My wife has climbed from the front to the back, while on the road. I know you're not supposed to do that, but it happens when you have kids, So that gets in the way, that takes away headspace to get to the back. And also, for anybody that gets in from the sliding doors, let's say you wanted to go here into the third row, your head is going to hit this as you go towards the back. If I could take that rear entertainment system out of the options, I would have, but we had to go with this setup because it was the only XSE that we could get our hands on. So we had to get it, and now we got to live with it. But if you can get the option to not have that, I would 100% not get that, especially for the price you pay for that thing. I don't know if it was like $1,500-$1,600 as an add-on. I would much rather have some iPads or something for the kids on long road trips instead. Here up front we have the display. Everything is easy to read. I have the XSE model and not the 25th anniversary edition XSE model, which I would have much rather preferred because it comes with the memory seats, the nice auto dimming side view mirrors. This one only has the auto dimming rear view mirror. I come from a Subaru that had the auto dimming side view mirrors, and that I absolutely love that feature. But it really sucks that this car doesn't have it. Anyways, moving on. I think the wireless charging there is absolutely useless for anything other than maybe charging my wireless headphones. I absolutely do not use it to charge my phone. Number one, I use a pop socket. Number two, I have a case on my phone, which I'm assuming the majority of everybody out there has a cover or case on their phone. So being able to charge it on there is absolutely useless. I wish I could not have that option, you know. I do not have wireless CarPlay or Android Auto, but you know, I will be buying a dongle from Amazon that allows me that feature, so that's not too big of a deal. The other thing about this screen is that the rear view backup camera, when I turn it on, is extremely grainy. Let me turn that on for you guys now. There you go. There's the screen. Very, very grainy, not very clear. So there you have it. So yeah, guys, in the end, those are my dislikes. I truly like this car for its reliability, Toyota reliability. You know, I've driven 4,000 miles. Of course, there's no problem with that as a Toyota. And then I really love the hybrid fuel efficiency that comes with driving a hybrid. You know, especially with Toyota, who's arguably the best in the game when it comes to hybrid systems. It is seamless whenever the engine has to kick on in order to provide more power or to charge the battery. I love that the climate controls can be on and the engine not be on. So that is it, guys. Until next time, let me know how else I can answer any of your questions if you have any, and hopefully I can give you some insight onto this car. I still absolutely love this car. I would prefer this car still over an Odyssey or a Carnival or any of the other ones. So we specifically wanted it in silver, XSE, all-wheel drive, and because of that, I have to live with the suspension that comes with this car. So until next time, guys.